So, we are taking only people who have been through the programs because we handle the whole situation like… it's called Dhyan Yatra. Dhyan means meditation. Yatra means a pilgrimage. It's a meditative pilgrimage. Taking through Himalayas. Himalayas are not just mountains. As mountains, they're too incredible. Whatever you might have heard about them, whatever pictures you might have seen of the Himalayas, when you go there, all of it will just evaporate. It is too huge to grasp in these two eyes. It is too huge. Before you are too old or too bald for anything, you must walk through Himalayas, you know. It's an incredible possibility. Apart from that, this is a mountain which has the fortune of being a home and an abode for various yogis and mystics. No other place on the planet has seen that many traditions living in one place. No other place has seen such variety of spirituality. When I say variety, India has a huge variety of spirituality, you know, every kind. The weirdest of the weird and the sanest of the sane, every kind. You won't believe. If I go about describing the various spiritual paths, you cannot believe it, because in these cultures, anything other than what you're used to is a cult, you know. Anything other than what you're exposed to is not okay. That's the kind of thing this has come. This is because I want you to understand, everywhere in the world, anything new means only persecution happened, isn't it? Anything new if a person does, he was stoned to death, he was crucified, if terrible things were done to him, he was burnt on the stake, these are the kind of things that were done. India is the only culture which allowed this. If you're on the spiritual path, no matter what you're doing, there is no persecution. We don't understand what you're doing, okay, we don't want to come near you, but no persecution. Because of this, things grow, you know, every kind. People just discovered various ways to reach their ultimate nature, any number, 1,000,000 different ways. So this mountain somehow became the abode for all those people. And these people are… you need to understand, spirituality does not mean philosophy. Spirituality does not mean sitting and praying to God. Spirituality means you've gone beyond the limitations of the physical. That means you are able to deal with the fundamentals of life. It literally means you can strip yourself down and put yourself back again. In terms of life, in terms of basic life, the creation itself, putting it back and putting it down together again. So, people who went into these kind of things, most of them never spoke, never had a teaching to give, but they always left a certain energy, a certain possibility which is eternal. It doesn't matter how much I speak. You may remember it today, forget it tomorrow. But these energies are for always. You come to the yoga center and see, you just stand outside the place, inside the place. Just… I'm talking about the boundary, it's different. This everybody feels. You just stand outside, it's thick forest, it's very, very beautiful, but you stand outside and just feel it and see. Just walk into the boundary and feel it and see, it's very, very different the very way you feel in the system. Because these energies have been created with lots of care. Our teachings, we don't know how they will get distorted, but this nobody can destroy, it'll always be there. So they always created this, they invested their life in creating this space rather than teaching something. This is the way it was conveyed. Everything that you have to learn, if you become open, it's all there. Like there is internet, there is a whole yogic net. Everything that you wish to know is all there. It's up to you. You have to learn how to access it. If you ask me, for me, Gautama is not 2,500 years ago. For me, he is right now. The man may be dead long ago, but everything about him is very alive. Not because there are books about him, simply because he is alive in a different dimension. So always he is accessible. And this one place has seen 1,000,000 Gautamas. No other place has seen that many enlightened beings in one concentration and in so much variety. So, the mystical part of Himalayas is something so incredible. I am taking people just with the hope that we can create an opportunity for people to experience dimensions that they themselves could never access by themselves. This is not a tourist company, this is not a tour. This is just to create that possibility for people. Many who come don't even understand what's happening there. You know, logical thinking people who have invested their whole life in their limited logic, for them, anything that they do not know cannot exist. It's a very stupid way to live. But lot of so-called educated people have taken this position in their life. What I do not know cannot exist. Very idiotic way to live, isn't it? It's against the very grain of even the physical sciences, isn't it? Yes? Against the grain of even the development of physical sciences. But unfortunately, logical minds take this position. If there is something happening here that they cannot understand, it is suspect. That's not a good way to live. Doubt is very healthy. Suspicion is sickness, isn't it? Doubt means you want to know. Suspicion means you already passed your judgment, you want to prove your judgment. It's a sick way to live, but logical minds always take this step. So Himalayas is a place where, you know, it's a very, very different place, it's indescribable. I made many trips to Himalayas. Every time I think, okay, it's enough. Every year I've gone. Last 25, 26 years I've been going, and I think, okay, this is the last trip I'm going to make. Because at the end of the trek, the whole body is sore, every muscle in the body is hurting, bad bathrooms and okay, this is enough, this is the last trip I'm making. But within 6 months, I'm again planning the next trip. Till now, it's been like that, I don't know when I'll stop.
For more on Sadhguru, visit www.ishafoundation.org.